These are the sounds of swimming.
Drive them through, stretch your stomach.
This was the sound for Elizabeth Coker.
I could easily fall asleep in front of the rock concert without hearing a sound. That's how deaf I am.
Liz was 15 months old when her parents realized something wasn't right.
My wife called me at work one day and said, "You know, I don't think Elizabeth can hear." And I said, "Okay, well, take a pan and a spoon and go bang it next to the crib and see if she responds to it." A couple seconds later, my wife picks up the phone and she's just sobbing. You know, obviously then I knew.
When I was first diagnosed, I was profoundly deaf, which means I am as deaf as I can be.
We were told that she would never read beyond a third grade level. We didn't think she would ever know music. We didn't think that she would be able to participate in any of that.
Hearing aids proved ineffective, so the Cokers turned to a surgery that, at the time, was somewhat unorthodox for a 5-year-old child.
In order for Elizabeth to succeed in an audio world, cochlear implant surgery was our next logical step. It was far better than I could have hoped. She was hearing everything.
My first reaction was I cried because it was so loud. Like you could hear all the sound at once. I would be like turning on the water, turning it off, moving the chair, knocking on the door. And I was like, oh, so that's what it sounds like.
2 years later, Liz took up swimming.
The transition into the pool, I think mentally was very easy. And physically, she just seemed to thrive. She loved racing.
That love grew as Liz grew. She excelled in the pool, despite a competitive disadvantage. See, her cochlear implant wasn't waterproof, so when she swam, the world was once again silent.
When I was in my starting position, I had to turn my head all the way to see the starter. And back then, the starter had to use the hand signal, so we would have to take the mark and then go. So I would be like the very last person to lead the block, adding 1 to 2 seconds, so it's very challenging and difficult for me because I want to race. I want to be at their equal, but I can't do it if I'm delayed just because of the starter signal.
Elizabeth, get that connection, catch, and then throw through with your hip as you're driving, okay? Sometimes it's tough, you know, we want to do communication. I got to get her some visual signals, but we make it work.
I have to constantly be looking at the coach's face and read their lips so I can understand what they're saying.
If she doesn't know what we're doing, she'll just stop me and ask, and I explain it a little bit more to her, and then we're good to go.
At age 16, a turning point. Advanced technology brought about waterproof implants, which meant smoother swimming in the water and a symphony of sound out of it.
And to be able to hear people cheering and all that, it's just like an extra motivation, a little extra burst of energy. I love it.
From there, it was full speed ahead. Liz earned a spot on the Cal State East Bay swim team, and in a meet last February, she broke the American Deaf record in the 50-yard butterfly.
That was one of her goals. She has those records written out, and when I told her that she can go to the 50 fly, it was like, I'm going to do it, and never doubted it.
I swam my heart out, touched the wall, and I turned to see my time, and I was like, oh my gosh, I did it.
As it turns out, Liz's record in the pool earned her a trip across the pond. She'll compete in the prestigious Deaf Olympics in Samsun, Turkey.
I called my parents, I called my coach. I was like, gosh, I made it, I did it. So it's really cool. I'm still excited.
That was mind-blowing. It's like, really? Elizabeth is going to swim for Team USA? I just couldn't be more proud.
Once she's back stateside, Liz will have 1 year left to shatter more college records. After that, well, her lane is wide open.
For the past 15 years, it's been one heck of an adventure. I can't wait to find out what's my next adventure after swimming.
In Sacramento, Scott Reiss, KTVU, Fox 2 News.